We live.
Let's go. We back, my guys. You already know, man. I just miss these guys, man. I really talk to them every single
2
day.
days ago.
Right. We really party hard. These are really my guys in real life. Like, so when we come on here and talk and shoot the shits, like,
It's
we
real.
really, it's real, it's authentic. Like, we LOL, everything, man. But we back for another episode. If I was you, I would listen. Just appreciative of all the love and the support that we've been getting. I can't lie, it's a humbling feeling. I don't know about you guys. Like,
You feel humble?
Yeah. People actually listening to what I'm saying, picking up on things. Like, yo, when you said this to Doc, or Doc got you when he got to that, Professor checked you on this. Like, I really be arguing. So, all the commentary, all the love, definitely appreciated. We back for another episode.
Powered by.
Who? Tell us our sponsors, man.
Powered by Seppi Sips 401. Shout out to the West End legend.
Let's go.
Spider Forbes, man. Always showing boys love.
Man.
Even got an engineer one, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. We all
Shout out
lit
to Go
over here.
DJ. This is the plug. But yeah, this episode, powered by Seppi Sips, man. Excited.
Make sure you tune in, you follow them, you purchase, show love. I love to see black businesses flourishing. And you already know I'm going to crack minds open, be tipsy by the end of this podcast. So I can't wait for that, man. But like Dot said, man, we were just with each other 2 days ago. And I can't front, man. Listen, it goes both ways. The city is hot right now. And that's a little double entendre. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you're paying attention, if you got a Twitter, if you got a group chat, everyone's been talking about, obviously, some of the shootings that have been going on in the city. But I'll tell you this, guys, and you guys know my mentality. I know, I live my own life. I can't let, the actions of others or the things that happen to others deter me for what I want to do for fun. So I can't lie. I've been outside all weekend. And my boy Dot pulled up on me. We had a good time. You know what I mean?
For sure.
He's giving me that look like, make sure I get the PG-13 version.
There is no rated R version. He's crazy.
So crazy.
It was just good, clean fun at Yellow Cup. That's what I was hearing in the group chat.
Listen, I like to give people their flowers,
Yeah.
right? And I know Wale got a lot of slack because he can't control Mother Nature. But once I seen everything at this Yellow Cup, I know for a fact he wanted to make sure that ran the first date. But I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. It was beautiful to see. Now, in the sense of, did I have a good time? I'm 50-50 with it because...
Can you elaborate on that?
All right, so I'll keep it real. At first, I was just soaking it all in. Just seeing the crowd, seeing the amount of patrons that was in there. I love the food truck. I love the Yellow Cups. I love the set cocktail drinks that they had, the frozen margaritas. I seen that he tried to do the cornhole and the basketball courts. And one thing I did like, he had the tents for the VIP. That kind of set me off on some like, oh, okay. He gets
Was you
the
in
vibe.
VIP?
I was in VIP.
How'd you finagle your way into VIP?
I just know Nigerians, man. We gotta scam our way through to anything. You know what I mean? And I can't lie, I didn't pay one dime for it either. I was pouring up, but I'll just say some of the cons of it was, they needed more lighting.
Yeah.
The music system wasn't the best. The security was none, little to none, basically. Where in the sense of the tent where there's supposed to be VIPs, anybody was just coming in and out. And then the DJ sets, it wasn't, I get it. You're trying to cater to the crowd. No, I'm keeping it real. You know what I mean? Like, I know, but then again, I'm just going off my own preference. You know what I mean? But one thing I did love, he switched it up. He had that band come out. So it was almost like that drum line. I was like, yo, that was actually a nice little twist where I was like, all right, this is what's up. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until the last hour where I was like, oh, this is lit. Because, me and Dot, we I tapped Dot on the chest. Yo, you want to take a tour real quick? Now, you know what I'm saying. That we take a little tour. I'm trying to cut through the crowd. And I'm like, oh, people are dancing. People are twerking. People are drunk. People are high. People are... You know what I mean? Like, it was good, positive vibes. And then you already know the night is a success when everyone gets home, safe.
Yep.
Because I'm like, damn, there's a lot of black people here.
Team strikes again.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
Only took him 4.5 minutes. We look at the clock right here.
But I'm saying, like, you just know when you get a lot of these, Negroes, minorities in one place. I'm just like what tended was happening in the city.
It's a different atmosphere, different.
Right.
Kind of people
you know what I mean? So I'm gonna let you give your perspective on what you see, how you felt.
Definitely Wale deserves his flowers. Like, I think they said it was 4,000 people there. So that itself says a lot. Like, to run an event, 4,000 people, to put on the detail, the park, and like, have the security there. Like, not everything's gonna be perfect.
Right.
But like, I think you hit the head on the nail. Like, 4,000 people and not one issue, not one fight. Everybody made it home safe from what we know. Nobody arrested, and that's what's important. So, everything else, like, hopefully Wale likes constructive criticism,
right?
And he's only gonna get better, only gonna go up. But all in all, it's a good event. It's always good to see faces that you don't see out regularly. You could chop it up with them, have conversation, enjoy a drink. So I had a good time. Like, I'm not really a backflip break dancing kind of guy. So like, I like to just get my little drink, chill, listen to the music.
Right.
DJ could have been a little better, but all in all, it was a good time, man.
It really was, man. I just love that people came out. What I noticed about these little festival type things like that, people love to come with the brightest colors, like
the
girls, neons in orange, electric yellow, electric green. Like, if you ain't standing out, you know what I mean, you're not standing out.
So how was the scenery?
The scenery was good. I can't front, like, my significant other was there, so
it had to be a 10 of 10 then.
Yeah.
So it had to be a 10 of 10. Look at me saving you all.
Yeah, right. Hey, this is my guy. So I'm about to go crazy. I was like, oh, you want the real answer, or you want the group chat answer?
Nah, I don't.
Nah. The scenery was nice, man. Like I said, I can't front. A lot of couples up. I really was just enjoying seeing people I have not seen out in a long, long time. And the whole time I was just like, I felt like what Fat Joe said, COVID is in here. Like, you know what I mean? It was,
for sure.
People was just breathing on each other, passing marijuana back and forth. It was just a good vibe. And I think
allegedly passing marijuana.
Yeah.
It might have been black and mild.
You know what I mean? No hookah tips in there, but it was straight. So then after that, I'm like, oh, the party's still going. So went to the crib. Now, shout out Where's Nasty and Sabrina. Are they called Stay Silent? Is that the name of the official group? Or what is that? Is that like a group, or is it two people? How would you categorize that?
It's Jay and Sabrina, but I do think that there are others involved, like Hill, Whitey, Cam, a few others, I think.
Okay. Listen, I went to the crib when they had the soft opening. Remember we was all in there?
Yeah. I don't think that was my first time there.
That was me, you, Bub, and Monty.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, my fault, Doc. He's like, no, I wasn't there. Nah, but we went to that soft opening. I thought it was a beautiful setup. I love the ambiance and the flower and the neon lights, the PVD, whatever, the crib. So then COVID happened. I know they was going through their whole, everybody clubs with the whole PPE, whatever the case may be. But that was my first time coming back. So I get in line. It was flooded, wrapped around the corner. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm like, whoa.
At 10:30 too. No, at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Yeah, it was early.
10 o'clock.
So then I'm hearing, oh, you got an RSVP. If you ain't got an RSVP, you can't get. I'm like, oh, snap. Like, you know what I mean? But, I'm like, I'm Zine, man. They're going to know who I am. I'm like, Doc, come on. I'm like, Doc, come on. Don't worry about it. I got right in line like a civilian.
Yo, am I lying up? The funniest thing, Dov calls like, yo, we waiting at the front of the line, because usually when we go out in them type of parties, Zine, ex-promoter, gets us in, you know what I'm saying? We could cut the line, you know what I'm saying? So we're waiting at the front. We're like, where's Zine? And then we call him. We hear Zine. Yo. We looking. We're like, what the hell is this guy? He's at the back of the line. And Dov like the high maintenance treatment when he go out. He's like, yo, Zine, you got us in line right now. This is disrespectful.
Right.
Like, I don't got no juice here, man.
I know.
You ain't have the cheat code with you.
Yeah. Now listen,
I might have been able to get y'all to the front of the line.
Right. I think that's what it was. Yeah, only in that venue. Because I can't front. I was shocked, but it definitely humbled me.
Speaking of promoters, remember all those times where he'd be like, yo, I got y'all, and he would bring us up the back way at the loft and still charge us 20?
Yeah, Nigerian tricks, man.
Yo, listen, I got to pay the DJ.
It could be 35.
I got to pay the detail. You know what I mean?
said 20.
See, that's the issue with black people. Black people want everything for free. They think showing up and showing love is, you know, that's it. You know what I mean? Nah, monetary. You know what I mean? That's how you help a brother out. But yeah, back to the crib. Got inside the crib. You know, I seen Where's Nasty. He was shocked to see me. You know, I was, you know, loving seeing him, seeing Diamond in the element. And one thing I say about Nasty is he has crowd control. Like, so I don't know if he comes in with a set or an agenda, or he just reads the crowd, or maybe he does one or two testers. But you know, it's a good DJ when the levels keep going up, and there's no drop off. You know what I'm saying? But what I loved about the crib, Josh, everybody was dancing, twerking. Like that brought me back to basement party where you get your back against the wall.
Got the white shirt, but your white shirt's blue at the end of the night.
Blue at the end of the night, and you're okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know something nice.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
Nah.
It was
vibes.
I was
a good thing I think he's been able to do. Like, you know, ever since, like, I know them day shows started when we used to be at Fett in the Fett parking lot when it wasn't as big as it is now. He's had that, like, you know, that URI crew that's like, you know, show them love, like, you know, follow them along, and every year they get a different generation of URI students and a different generation, and it just keeps building, and they tell people, and then it keeps the movement going.
Yeah,
so,
now that's facts. That's facts. I was in there, I felt like an old geezer, but it was dope to see these parties still exist, because I've been conditioned the last 2 years of get a hookah, get a bottle, get your mans, get your chill, maybe a little two set, get the phone. Yeah, you're right. This right here, I'm not gonna lie to you, no one had their phone snapping out. Girls was touching their knees, bending over, guys grabbing their hips, and then I knew it was a party when I seen, you know, when your man got your back, so you can lean back, hold up. I was like, oh man. I was like, yo, DJ, chill. Nah, I'm joking.
Nah, yo, I gotta really second that, bro, because since my back surgery, I only been out twice.
Yep.
Both times I went to the crib was literally down the street from me.
Yeah.
So I can get there 11:45, leave at 1:15.
Right.
That's all I got. It's 90 minutes for you. That's all I got. It's 90 minutes for you, bro.
Yeah.
And yo, it's a great atmosphere in there. It's a great crowd in there.
Facts.
And the cool thing is, like, they throw a bunch of different events. So you go to a spot, and let's say it's event X going to have one crowd, event Y going to have another crowd, event Z going to have another crowd. So shout out to Jay and Sabrina, man. Hats off.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, the next event I'm gonna show love to that Kel Fire. You know what I mean? Because I seen that was,
and you can go as you are. Like, you don't need no like heavy designer, $1,000 shoes, crazy jewels. Go as you go with your dirty sneakers, because if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, because my Yeezys did get messed up in there.
Bro,
so then after that,
me, bro, I have them tan ones on.
Oh, they're
all the time.
Yeah.
That's the only shoe I wear. Yeah.
That's smart.
The only shoe I wear in there. They got scuff marks.
Yep. Then after that, I'm like, Doc, let's bust a move. You know what I mean? We went to go check out Mezzo right after that. Mezzo flooded, but really it was the same people from Yellow Cup, honestly. And some of them didn't even change their clothes. They didn't even wipe down their armpits. So I'm being dead
musty,
ass.
Straight
it was
musty
in there. I'm just like, man, I get it.
Yeah.
You're dancing, sweating all day from outside. Then you're shooting there because you want to get in. And but shout out to all these people throwing these events, man, because it's a dope thing to see, especially being locked down, quarantine, and people don't understand all the hard work and dedication is to put on a good product. So shout out Yellow Club, shout out the Crib, shout out anybody that's throwing an event, a concert, putting up a flyer, trying to sell, because it's not easy.
It's hard, yo.
It's hard.
It's hard not only to throw an event, but then like in a state like Rhode Island, where it's just a small community, you have to not only throw the event and do all the red tape that comes along with it, but also it's like you got to deal with everyone hating on you. Like when they was first gonna do Yellow Cup this summer, like before the first one got rained out, people were complaining about them having porta potties there. Yeah, and I'm like, what else you supposed to have?
Stupidest thing,
it's outside. People are roasting the he's trying to do something different.
Man,
you know
Wale, laugh, show them the bank account, show them the profits, man. Tell them come laugh at this with me. But like, you know, it's tough, man. Like 4,000 people there. If one thing goes wrong, if like, you know, some unfortunate event happens, if the 4,000 people there, it falls on one person. So like, you know, definitely like people are always gonna talk, people are always gonna have their comments. But at the end of the day, as long as you're successful, it's profitable, man. Keep going.
Absolutely. No, I agree. Like I said, I do it on a much small scale of that that weekly promoter thing, whatever. But to know what goes into it and the details, and he has a good team around him. A lot of family members, a lot of people that he grew up with.
That's important.
And I think that's really a solid thing. So just make sure before you hit that send, what have you done? You know what I mean?
Ever.
You know what I mean? To galvanize people, to get people to have a good time, to give them something different. Because that's one thing people say about, it's Rhode Island's whack out this. You can only go this 3 different streets to enjoy yourself. These guys is renting out parks. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, shout out to everybody who's involved. And I know next up is Day Trill. Now, all right, so now let's do the compare and contrast.
Okay.
Day Trill versus Yellow Cup. Because that's what the people want to know.
It's tough because I feel like the last Day Trill that at least I went to was probably I feel like I was 27.
Yeah.
Because I think I missed the last couple.
Okay.
So but I remember the first one I went to, and then the second one I went to, I was at a different point in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was younger.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Day Trill crowd, the Yellow Cup crowd, that's a young man and woman's game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Day Trill is a young man and woman's game.
Yeah. So I feel like this was the first Yellow Cup that I've ever been to that's been this amount of people.
Right.
Before it's been smaller venues where it's it's a vibe, you're hearing the Afro beats, you're hearing the reggae, you're getting something different from the hip hop and the Spanish music. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great point. That's a great point.
I think I like that aspect of it.
Yep.
The bigger crowd doesn't really work for me. I'm if you know me, I'm 6'6", man, so I ain't gonna be in the middle of the dance floor getting down. I'm just gonna be chilling.
Remember that one famous picture we used to
We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that in here.
I was 22 in that.
Sean's hands was in the air though, like he just don't care. You know what I'm saying?
So I think Day Trill is more for that college kid atmosphere, that wants to be a part of that rave in the crowd,
right? Mosh pit vibe.
But the reason I like going because I feel events outside. I remember Monty used to have a
block party
right across the street from Whiskey Republic.
Yep.
Yellow Cup, Day Trill. You would always see the faces that you don't usually see you'll see out every weekend. So it's good to catch up with people. To be honest, back then we were damn, we're gonna see girls that we don't see normally. We're seeing a whole different set of girls, a whole different set of mindsets. So that was the reason why I enjoyed those type of events.
Right.
So,
I agree with you 1,000%. And just comparing, like I said, I think I've been to every single Day Trill since the FET parking lot.
I'm
trying to think.
The last one I went to was the one with you guys when you guys left me and went in the little mosh pit by the stage.
That was
Steel Yard.
We was acting crazy.
That's the last one I went to.
I can't lie, he's a good wingman that day. I can't front. He held it down. He was actually keeping pace. But I agree because my only thing, Yellow Cup to me was almost age appropriate for us.
Yeah.
It was we was there and I didn't feel out of place. When I went to these Day Trills, I'm just always going to show love to Jay and Sabrina because I just love what they're doing. But I was, if people didn't know, I used to be a College Crusade advisor. I used to work in these Providence high schools.
Yeah, homegirl really roasted you.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
You know what I mean?
That stung me. She even said it to me.
Yeah, so they was, they're calling me Mr. A in the crowd. You know what I mean? So I'm seeing kids that I used to mentor and help get to college. Now they're college graduates and we're partying together now. At the end of the day, age ain't nothing but a number, but still, I feel it more. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely get that point, but definitely two different crowds.
They chose they're like the blueprint.
Yeah, so I'll give them that. Absolutely.
It's dope to see that two large events like that can coexist at the same time in a small place. 4,000, 5,000 people going to one event, then turn around 3 weeks later, go to the and like you said about the age appropriateness. So when we went to Day Trill that time at the skating rink.
Yep.
So, but we was just in a large crowd of people who are our age.
Our age,
So
you're right.
A lot of the kids were more so in the front. And when I say
area,
kids, I mean the 18
young
to
adults.
23.
Yeah.
Like where we were just kind of like more so in the back, and I seen dudes in there older than me. I said, "Whoa."
Yeah. And like I said, this is a judge-free zone. At the end of the day,
nah, if you want to go,
you
like
wanna go,
there
you
may
go,
be
right.
there's some dude that A-Dub always bring around, and he got to be about 45. And every time I look on Snap, he's sweating, dancing, going crazy.
Oh, I know you're talking
about. I remember that from Bolt days. He's been doing that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. So man, whatever.
But real quick, what we gotta stop doing is tearing down one event to big up the other one.
Yep.
Like all this stuff about, they're copying this and doing that. You know what I mean? Like, at the end, I don't even care. I don't care if they copy whatever event B, copy event C and D to the T. You still got to get the people out. Yeah. They still got to buy in.
And there's nothing new.
There's nothing new. Like, we got to, at the end of the day, a club's a club, a party's a party, whatever the case may be.
And I like that they charging that ticket $10 and $20 and not no $80 admissions. You know what I'm saying?
Like
so they're doing the people a service.
Exactly. That's like the New York City Festival.
Exactly, man. But nah, shout out to all these RI events, man. But now we had a good time. It was a real good weekend. And I pick up on Dot's point of, I get to see people I don't regularly see. You know what I mean? And have that, even that little 30 seconds, like, what up, how you been? It's always a dope-ass feeling.
Well, this was a great historic week in hip-hop.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, man? And a lot of people been talking about it. I think we all watched it. I think millions of people watched it.
Facts.
Millions of people watched the replay.
Facts.
The Locks versus Dipset. And I'm saying the Locks before Dipset because, in my opinion, and everyone else could chime in, man, the Locks ran circles around Dipset and showed that chemistry and performance and bars matter.
I can't dispute that. All right, so going into it, did you think that? Be honest.
Going into it, in our group chat, I said I thought the Locks were gonna win. If you remember correctly,
I do.
I said I went Locks because Jadakiss is a personal favorite of mine.
Right.
But I thought it was gonna be much closer than what it was.
And I'll admit, I said Dipset all day. That's who I grew up on. That's who, during my puberty and beginning of high school, I like emulated everything they did, down to the pink tee, down to the tee on top of the tee with the with the skull chain, with the light up belts, like everything, like to the tee. I had the name earrings, the double plated, the K was white diamond. So that's what so I'll go into that. But what was your take on it overall? Why do you think Dipset got an ass whooping like that?
Man, them boys from Yonkers, man, they're just different. Like I know, cause I followed them.
Yeah.
I just Jadakiss is a gambling man, and like and it's tough to beat a dude that's like that. I don't even know how to really explain it.
That confident.
But for the most part, Sheik Luch kind of gets the bad end of the stick because like he's in a group with two other dudes that are like very lyrical, one of the best MCs, lyricists that we've probably ever seen. You know what I'm saying? So, but he can actually rap.
Right.
Jim Jones is not a rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? He developed and he got better. He developed into that later on in his career. Cameron is really the only one in that group that had hit singles. Like Jewel's had a run, you know what I'm saying? But Cam was always like the superstar.
One. Yeah, exactly.
And when I thought about it more, even after the verses, Locks been around for decades. They did the 90s, early 2000s, 2010s, and it's still relevant till today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas, Cam been around for a long time, but that whole Dipset era, it might have been like a 5-year span. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
when they was at the pinnacle,
when Locks may not have ever been like the top, but they've always been in a conversation.
Yeah.
You know? So.
No, I agree with that. What you think, Jiggy?
So, I'm a huge Jadakiss Locks fan. I'm a very big Dipset. I'm more so a Cameron fan than Dipset.
Right.
But I'll say this: the reason why I think that the Locks won like Harlem dudes. Sorry, Doc. Always wanna play that card. Like I don't even care. I don't know why I'm just here to be nice. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here just because I'm trying to help the fans and I don't really care about this. So Cameron was playing way too cool for school, and Jadakiss came in like throwing haymakers, and Cameron got up off that beach chair and was like, "Oh shit, I'm in a war."
Right, it's a real fight out here.
Then if you look at the songs that the Locks made, whether it's as a group or features or their own solo acts, you look at the songs that Dipset made, whether it's Cameron as a solo act or features or whatever, I think that the Lox pedigree of being with Diddy and having to stay in the studio for days at a time to finish one song, and being in Rough Riders and taking months and months and months to make an album.
Yep.
Whereas like Cameron and Dipset used to joke around, oh, they make beats in 15 minutes and we just make it and it's easy and it's whatever. So you put all that care and learn how to perform from Diddy and DMX and all these other dudes. They put so much care into what they did. Their music is more sustainable and lasting longer and sounds better. Yeah. That's just how I feel.
Yeah. Nah, I agree. All right, so this is my take on that whole situation. And obviously I'm looking at it with the lens of Dipset, and I wanted them to win, and I thought they was going to win. The issue with Dipset, and maybe it speaks to this whole Harlem thing, I think they were so focused on what they was wearing rather than what they was doing, right?
That's a good point. And being that, like, you know, I'm born in Harlem, like, you know, born and raised in Harlem, and also spent some time in Mount Vernon as well. Raised in Mount Vernon, high school years, middle school, high school years in Mount Vernon. The thing about Harlem is the Harlem dude is going to be the cleanest dude. He's going to have the nicest outfit. Like, he's going to have the player profile. But when he get on the court, he may not always be nice. But he's going to he's going to have every excuse as to why he wasn't able to perform.
I don't got my right sneakers.
Whereas
these shorts is too big.
Exactly. Whereas, like, you know, to take it away from Yonkers, more so of like a 914 Westchester thing, it's like you're always getting questioned about where, oh, you're not from the city, you're from upstate. And that's the number one disrespect that you could say to a dude that's from Mount Vernon, New Rochelle, or Yonkers. You giving the city dudes love, and you calling us the upstate dudes. We got no swag. We got this, we got that. So they always going to run with that chip on their shoulder. Whereas Dipset said, yo, we're in Manhattan. Like, you know, Harlem's a village in Manhattan. Like, we got this. And they come with the chip. Like, no, we're going to show you New York mess with us rather than, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of what.
Hold on. That's how I view. Jadakiss came to that battle, bro, with army fatigue shorts on and Timbs. That's when you know, like that's
and that's why I said, like, Jewel's. He gave us the classic Jewel's look. I get it. Obviously, with more updated, you know, designer. Jim Jones came out with the blackest of blackest shade. That's why he fell off the stage because he couldn't see. Cameron came out. You know, they always fly the beach share. But once I seen them doing the Instagram posts and making like fun and putting the 3 tombstones with their names, I'm like, they was too worried about other things in the actual performance, and they can tell. And Jadakiss, he did this to Fab too. He came with a game plan. Listen, Fab's gonna play all these chick songs. I'm just gonna kill him with real street music. Boom, 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 boom. Got Fab out of there. He did that with Dipset. He knew Dipset was going to do like a voiceover to their songs. So not only Dipset did that, they didn't even know the words or was off like 4 bars.
Drunk,
like
high.
Yeah, they was just, and then you could tell Lox just came in 3, unified. They try to come with 90, like a Harlem thing. That's all they kept saying. Like, this is a New York thing. Like, I know these guys are from New York too, but like, why you gotta come to the stage 50 deep? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and they get that from that battle rap culture, the Smack DVDs. When you're about to battle, you got your crew, your city behind you. Yeah. So I get both sides, but Jadakiss, charisma, bars, DJ technician, you know, their DJ was just on point.
Better. Dipset DJ sucked.
Yeah, he was terrible. And I gotta believe I'm with Tyler the Creator. I was Jadakiss pause had me grinning, cheesing. Like I'm looking at the screen like New York! New York! I was just like, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm from New York. Like he drew me in where Cam had this. Man, where's the check at? You know,
and that's the thing.
I keep computer pooping. Like
Cam's usually always able to get over on people because he can roast you. He's right. Because that's what Harlem dudes do. They'll roast you till you want to cry. But the thing is, Kiss is be able to go back at you with that. Styles is able to go back at you with that. And Sheik, he's not the Joker, but you can't out tough him. You know what I'm saying? Facts, it was a bad matchup, like either way. You know.
Yo, I'm happy that the Lox. I think the Lox always had a core fan base. Yep. But I'm happy that a lot of people are being exposed because when Jadakiss's first album came out, that was like the most anticipated album of that year. I can't remember if it's 2000,
right? It
2001,
2001.
But like other than like a Jay-Z, Eminem, or DMX, Jadakiss was like everyone was like looking forward to to that project.
Right.
And that first album is crazy.
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick. It's a classic.
And so like I'm looking at it, and I mean I think that is a very like Dipset is a very like they like. Rhode Island people love Dipset, like, but this is Fab,
right?
Because this is what I get from like living in Rhode Island now. Mm-hmm. Rhode Island,
just say it.
Maybe
just
not
say
even.
It.
No, not even
Be
a bad
honest.
thing. Not even a bad thing. I'm saying it because I'm live in Rhode Island, and I feel like maybe it's like that in other places.
Right.
When you're watching a place like New York, or if you're watching a place like California, you already put in your head, if you're from an urban community and you meet a minority from California, you're going to think that everybody's supposed to act like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube for the most part. When you look at New York and you say it from the city, and if you say it from Harlem, everybody from Harlem got to be like Cameron, got to be like Joel's from Brooklyn. You got to be like the most stone cold, craziest dude ever. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Dipset is so cool, you know what I'm saying? Yep. They got the lingo, they got the dressing, you know, they got the girls. Whereas Lox was always giving you hard bars, like it wasn't necessarily all about the girls. And the only dresser in that crew for the most part is Jadakiss. Yeah. So it's gonna
that's saying a lot.
So it's gonna Dipset's gonna appeal to more people because they have the imagery. So I think that's why when you get to Rhode Island, like you know, you get a Fab. He has the lady songs. You get a Dipset. They got the ladies. They got the swag. They gang culture, so it's more appealing to like you know other states on the eyes.
Nah, I agree, and this is what I brought up in the chat. I'm just like, yo, Jada to me has top 5 MC talent given. Go ahead. What was you
so
say?
One thing I'll say, and I can say it's because I went to school in New York with a bunch of people from New York. Jadakiss in New York is top 5. He's mentioned with like a big Jay-Z, DMX, Nas, he is solidified as a top 5 rapper in New York. Right. I think that like once you leave the city, you know.
Thank you. But we keeping it real.
But see, New York almost the same age, but I feel like in the hip hop years were different. Right. Jadakiss really was like supposed to be like that next bright shining star. He started a great career. Don't get me wrong, but he didn't reach the level of maybe like a Jay-Z.
Exactly.
But yo, like his legacy as a rapper, as a dude that gives you lyrics in New York, where it probably matters to him the most, he's considered top 5 in every barbershop.
And then that's my thing, and I know it comes off as slight every time I say it, but I was telling these dudes, like, listen, Jadakiss had the honor and privilege to work with Biggie, Puff, DMX, Nas, Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, and then producers. We got Neptune, Swiss Beats, Timbaland. Like, he had the financial backing and the stamp of approval of a lot of hip-hop icons. So this is why when someone sits back and like, yeah, he's a top 5 MC, but I'm not gonna say he's a top 30 artist. But hip hop artist.
Yeah, he's probably not a. He probably not.
You know, you see the
difference. He probably not an artist, but in the same breath, like you know, I feel like that same privilege, like you know, Big wanted to sign Cam. Cam just ended up dying. Big just ended up passing away.
I remember that. Yeah.
He had Mace, like you know, then they fell out. Mace was the top artist of that year. That was the big dude, and Cam burnt that bridge. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then he went to Def Jam. He was with Rockefeller. Right. Game, whatever issue happened, that bridge is burnt. Bridge, you know, so it's just then they fell out.
Harlem guys.
You gotta understand too, though. Cameron came out before Jadakiss.
I remember that. Yeah,
so like, I've been listening to their discographies over the past week. Cameron had all the big producers at the time on his first album. He had Jermaine Dupri,
Destiny Child. He was on one of their songs.
Child. He had Trackmasters. He had Mace. He had Swiss Beats. So it's like Cameron completely changed who he was because he came out as a spitter. It was him, Big L, and Mace, children of the Corn. So like Cam was a spitter his first 5 or 6 years in the game, then became more focused on business.
Exactly, the commercial aspect of it. And then this is where I know Lox has more longevity music, more quality music. Yeah. Where Dipset, for a 2-year span, turned a little gimmicky, but for the commercial success aspect. But Dipset, culture-wise, what it did,
yeah, for sure.
It was just tremendous. But what the Lox was able to do, like music versus gimmick, or substance versus
bars.
And
bars.
you hit it on the nail. And I wish you was, I wish you was from New York. You would understand it so much better.
Yep.
A Yonkers dude from where they're from, Church Street, would basically, I'm not wearing no pink. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right,
I'm not
right.
wearing skinny jeans.
Right.
Like, whereas that's when, like, the 7 jeans, the Rockin' Republics,
Right.
the like, you know, the Pradas,
Red Monkeys,
the Red
jeans,
Monkeys,
yeah,
all those 7
Avizo.
jeans, all those
Yeah,
fitted jeans
yeah.
came into play, and they were doing that. Then you see Jim Jones with, like, he's a blood, he's wearing a bandana, but he has nice hair. He's doing,
Right,
they're able to make
right,
movies, and that's
right.
stuff that, like, you know, the
Yeah.
Lox are so against that they're never gonna, they say
Never
we're not
gonna
selling
do-
out. you
right,
know?
right,
So
right,
that's
right,
what
right.
kind of hurt them,
And I get it.
Because they had
it
because
showed.
they had their chance with shiny suits.
Yeah,
They
and
did.
they didn't want
And they
that.
didn't want
They didn't want it.
And
that was their
that's
most commercial success.
But that's a good album too. Like
that
on
was,
the front.
that was.
Like yo, like I feel you. Like I always thought Dipset. Like I always liked them, but I always like Cam a lot.
Right.
But I didn't.
Nah,
like,
I was a
I
huge
didn't-
Jewels.
I didn't like the pink with the like dudes wearing like a black hat with a pink shirt with
Yeah,
black
yeah.
ups
Yeah.
and pink laces. I'm like
They had the
I know.
they
I know that.
dictated the for New York,
Right.
and
Yeah.
from I would say from about 2004 to 2009,
Yeah,
there was
they
them.
dictated what New York City wore. Like when,
Nah,
if they
I
put
get
it on and they said it was cool, dudes was doing it. Like,
But you got-
You
and-
remember the sorry to cut you off. The wallet with the skull game, the Velcro, like
the night, nobody would to this day, and it's still a popular
Yep,
thing.
yep.
Dudes would only could. I remember like probably like early '90s, early 2000s. If you didn't have Timbs, they was roasting you.
Right.
Funk Master Flex made lugs cool for a little minute.
Yeah.
but
I mean the Mountain Gear era.
Mountain Gear.
There was this. I don't know if they wore it in Rhode Island. There was this boot called Ace Solos. It's a
Nah,
mountain
they didn't wear
boot. The most you see the hoodest dudes with Ace Solos on.
Yeah.
And then after Ace Solos, it came to the Nike boot.
Yeah.
ACG boots.
Nike
ACG
owes
boots.
them a check.
Facts.
They
Facts.
had every color of Nike.
Facts.
If it got to a point, if you was in New York, you got roasted if you had the Timbs and you didn't have
Yeah.
the Nike boots.
Yeah.
Yo, listen,
I
I
didn't
can
know that.
listen,
Yeah.
I can perfectly attest to that because I went to college from 03 to 07,
Yep.
and I had a pair of Timbs, and I'm like, dang, no one's really wearing Timbs like that unless it's snowing.
Right.
So I had a pair of black ACG boots
Yep.
and a pair of brown ACG
Yo.
boots.
Yeah. You had
And,
to have 'em.
and like, yo, you couldn't wear a Rockaway jacket no more. You had to have a North Face Steep Tech and a North Face snorkel. Like Dipset really was dictating
was
the
a-
fashion.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'll say this again, bro. Like the Lox kind of gets overlooked because think about all the crews you had in New York back then. You to start, you had Wu-Tang, Dipset,
Yep.
Lox,
Yep.
Rockefeller,
G-Unit.
G-Unit.
Yep.
Like it was so many crews like
Right,
then.
right,
So
right.
if you're not trying to do something to stand out to make yourself notice, you're gonna only be stuck with your core fan
Right,
base.
because G Unit had like all the beefs. You know what I mean?
But G-Unit's not really respected as much as like a Lox, Dipset, and some other crews in New York City.
yeah,
Because I feel
Yeah.
like I put that
That's
all on
50.
50.
Yeah,
I put that
yeah,
all on.
okay,
He
okay,
like
okay.
he the way he talks to them dudes, man,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And then just speaking of that, how you treat people, you could see, like, to my knowledge, you guys may know more. The Lox never had no internal beef with each other.
Not that they showed.
Not that they showed, right? That we
yeah,
see.
not that they showed.
Obviously, it's all on record. Jewels and Cam and Jim and you know what I mean. It was just
Jim
always
Jones crying because
Cry-
Cam fell out.
Right.
I blame Cam for a lot of that.
Yeah, well, it
I blame-
is
because, man,
what it
like,
is.
yo, when you're the man in the crew,
Yeah.
like them guys are always gonna be looking to you.
Facts.
And
And-
Cam was kind of shitting on them.
Yeah, and people don't realize how much younger Jewels is compared to Cam.
those guys.
and-
Yeah, that's true, too.
He's 16 when he first came out.
That's even more impressive. He said, "I'm 18, but I live a crazy
Joel's first two
life."
albums were hard.
Yeah,
Hard,
yeah.
man, hard. So I know you spoke on Jim Jones and him being a blood, and then just segueing into him, Money Mel, Matrix, 6ix9ine, Wack 100. What the hell is going on?
Man, I feel
Like
like,
what? Like
Go ahead,
what
Doc. Go
is
ahead, Doc.
going on?
Go ahead.
I feel like they all got a master plan to just get paid. Like they just
This-
like entertainment, because it don't make sense. Like, yo, if you really listen to it, 6ix9ine is really just instigating everything and like hee ha ha, and he's just like,
Get him, Wack!
It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like, it's just, and then Wack's playing along because like every day now he makes a Instagram live video with a new storyline. Jim Jones, the people want to know what happened in Virginia.
Right.
The people want to know why you didn't, like, it's like, come on, man, come on.
And I hate it with a passion because he really forces me for 4 minutes to stare at that ugly mug. Like, I'm just looking at the crates on his face.
Yo,
like,
I watched that interview, bro, and I'm not giving none of this 6ix9ine no more energy because, like, it's just so nasty to watch. It's so nasty to watch him scream, "Get him, Wack!" Get to 21 Savage, bro. Like, here you got this little rainbow haired kid ginning up all this controversy, and someone's gonna eventually get hurt.
But I told you guys.
Hold on, wait, because you dudes were saying how like the Locks and Dipset was playing around with each other, but sometimes somebody zigs when they're supposed to zag, someone gets slapped, and now someone's mad. Someone's gonna eventually get mad and get hurt, and it's not gonna be 6ix9ine. It's gonna be one of the people like that he amped up to argue. It's gonna be 21 Savage. It's gonna be Wack.
If you let I say this, that may be true, but if you let 6ix9ine, like 21 Savage and Wack 100, even letting 6ix9ine manipulate them to that, they deserve to get somebody deserves to get beat up.
Yeah. I told these guys in my group chat, they get on me because
you love 6ix9ine, admit it.
Listen, I love 6ix9ine. I think he's a marketing genius.
Man,
he's a marketing genius. He played the most gangsterous, quote unquote, individuals. He played them.
I think that's just like looking back at it in hindsight and being like, oh yeah, I meant to do that the whole time, bro. He wasn't playing them dudes. Well, he wasn't playing them when he was screaming in that back seat. Say, you off.
Yeah, well, obviously, dudes kidnapped you. Like, come on.
He got caught and he said, I'm not getting in trouble.
Snitching.
Yeah.
Like, they
All
did this to me.
snitch.
I'm a snitch. Yeah.
He didn't play them.
He didn't say like once this time comes, I'm setting him up for this. He just played the card. He was dealt.
I'm just saying he got into the game, and we'll speak more on to it, whatever. But 6ix9ine, listen, give him his credit.
6ix9ine, Zeem. Now you love you some 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's cool. You like who you like. You love who you love.
And I just look at it like he just played the game. He played onto our strings of what's gangster, what's not gangster. I'm really this. I'm really Crip. I'm really Blood. And I'm just looking at it like, guys, this guy.
Why do you want to fight Little Durk? He wants to fist fight Little Durk. He said
because. Well, this is what it is.
What's that about?
This is from my perspective. I know you like
Durk too.
Yeah, I love Durk. My thing is he is so upset that people are so fascinated with the Durks of the world, the Meek Mills of the world, who else? The 21 Savages of the world, and he's just like, yo, these guys are not really like how killers like how you guys think. Look, I could go on and say SMD. They don't do nothing. Look, his cousin got killed and he didn't slide like how he said in his song. Oh, they took his chain. Where's the getting back in blood? So he feels like he's on his Cape Crusade to expose all these quote-unquote gangster rappers. And he gets upset like, yeah, I snitch, but your favorite rapper's really not a killer, whatever the case may be. And he's just honing in and fiending in onto that narrative. So someone like Durk, who we all respect and know from his father, we all see
his environment where he lives.
Where he lives. This is why he goes out of his way to try to disrespect Chirac. Like, well, what do you see on the news? Who cares about those 70 killings over the 4th of July weekend? There's not really out. And that's why Wack was like, yo, listen, I know you trying to, but when that 600 breezy gets a hold of you, that had me dying when Wack said it. Like, there's a certain dudes, like, so you keep trying to test this Durk situation, and I think that's what really irks his soul. And what I had issue with the interview, and I put this in the chat, was Josh is right, and I'm gonna let you say your point about Wack and why he really don't care, and then I'll go in after that. 'Cause I think you make a great point with that.
So we was talking about it, and it's like you were kind of saying like, yo, Wack, like people are gonna be mad at Wack for giving him a platform, which probably is true,
right?
But and just saying like, yo, he's supposed to be a gangster, this and the third, but Wack is just like, bro, like I've been a Pyru for like 30 years. I'm really from that environment that dude is rapping about. I did my dirt. I served my time.
Yep.
I knocked dudes out on camera. I'm taking all fades. It's whatever. No one can take away his stripes.
Facts.
You can be mad that he did the interview, but you can't take away what somebody did. And Beanie Siegel, before I give it, Beanie Siegel said, like, yo, there's some dudes in the hood who are snitches, and they're like, yo, that dude's a rapper, he'll blow your brains out.
Right.
And that's where, like, I think the disconnect with 6ix9ine comes in. Like, yes, like 6ix9ine's a snitch, but Wack is saying, bro, you're just a good kid.
Right.
And he wants to be gangster so bad, but it's like, you already made it, bro. You're a millionaire. You have popularity, fame, chains, monies, women. Like, why do you want to be a gangster so bad? And that's the point of why he can't stand dirt, because he knows that all these white kids are very voyeuristic when it comes to like a Chicago rapper. Like this new generation of Chicago rappers aren't making groundbreaking music, but their story is so compelling. It's like, yo, there's like 1,000 killings a year in Chicago, all in the same neighborhood, and they survived. Oh my God! So that's what you're pointing out,
right? Because I remember, just to piggyback real quick, my son came into the car and said, "Dad, let me see your phone," and it was the King Von story. He knew it word for word.
Now this is Day.
No, DJ. You know what I'm saying? He knew it word for word. I'm like, yo, who's this? Oh, some new guy, King Von. I go on YouTube. He already had 8 million. You know what I mean? Like, off the rip. So they're so enamored with that lifestyle. So I only bring that up in the sense of, my only issue with Wack was he allowed another platform for 6ix9ine to disrespect all these artists that I love. Because you know I'm a 6ix9ine fan, but there's one interview, I didn't like anything he was saying. He was getting at 50. Obviously getting at Meek Mill. He was getting at 21. He went at Drake. Then you allowed him to even speak on Snoop Dogg and call him a bitch out of his name. Like, Wack allowed that in a huge platform. Academics is looking for this for monetary reasons. 6ix9ine is just letting, Wack know, no, I am a gangster. Actually, what I was impressed, 6ix9ine really knew everybody Wack knew. Like those names, like Scooter something that he said was a snitch, or Money Mel, like he was just naming dudes like I never even heard of, and I was just like,
you never heard of Mel Matrix?
No. I'm saying that when he said about
the dude that lived across the street from Wack.
Yeah, exactly, that dude, like
Stutter dude,
Stutterbox. You know what I mean? So I was like, and Wack was taken back, like, oh, and put Wack on the spot, oh, you know what? Well, he is a snitch, like. Was forcing him, and now he messed up a relationship with 21 Savage over this. And now he had a good relationship with Jim Jones from the video that I got. Now that's messed up. Now you got Money Mel talking, like, it's just like, when did this end? And I don't care what no one says, Snoop Dogg is not picking up Wack 100's phone calls no more.
Yeah, probably not.
Because this is what 6ix9ine manipulated and allowed to do. And this is why I say 6ix9ine's a genius.
No, I won't call him a genius. I think, to be honest, Academics is the real genius.
Yeah. It. He's a puppeteer, orchestra of it.
So I think Wack is just his yearn for publicity and to be in the spotlight. Like, obviously, whatever he did, obviously can't take that away. But
I don't know.
But you don't want to go out you don't want to look a certain type of way. Like, for what? Like, what did you need? What did you gain for doing that? Like, what was the reason for it? And like you said, he burned bridges. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying these people are gonna now beat up Wack and do something to Wack, but now, let's say you need something.
He's looking funny in the light. That's all I gotta say.
And you're in the entertainment business, and these people are entertainers that happen to be 21 Savage, a big player right now in the hip hop industry.
Right.
You may need something from him one day. Now you don't got that no more.
Now I understand why 21 Savage did it. I watched when I was doing paperwork. I'm listening on YouTube, just on a constant stream. Yep. And DJ Academic said that he put 21 Savage and 6ix9ine on the phone the day before that whole interview. And so
before the Clubhouse interview.
Before the Clubhouse.
Before the Clubhouse. Okay.
So he's just saying, like, basically 21's like, yo, I want to fight this dude. And I'm like, damn, you want to fight this dude? But he wants to do it because he owns a part of Triller. So he wants to set up a boxing match because not only is he gonna get paid a fee, but he's gonna get residuals because he owns part of Triller. He's gonna jump on Clubhouse with 6ix9ine because they know it's gonna bring mad attention to Clubhouse, and he's a part owner of Clubhouse. Him and his management.
21?
Yeah.
Oh.
So like what Sean's saying, like about everyone kind of like conspiring together. It's like,
so that makes it whack. Even what he said, even more whack. Now that I didn't know this, because Wack was on that phone call like, "Yo, why was you on the phone with him 45 minutes yesterday?"
Yeah, like it's so like
he tried to like
story,
it's
like
yeah,
it's like he's like,
I was heated.
It's like the old WWF.
Yeah, yeah. All right, man. Well, whatever. Forget about 6ix9ine.
Can we talk about another manipulator?
Who's
allegedly? That? Britney Renner.
Oh my God. Now, if you don't know who Britney Renner is,
go to her Instagram.
Go to Instagram. I think it's Bundle of Britney. I can't lie. I know I started to follow because she got amazing cheeks, right? And I used to follow the cheeks. She used to do all that twerking thing, whatever the case. I'm being honest. I followed, and she used to do like all those Nicki Minaj impersonations. I just knew her as a IG vixen. Is that safe to say? Yeah. I ain't gonna say a hoe because I don't know who she's sleeping with. I'm just gonna say a vixen. So she ends up dating somebody who's, I want to say she's like 34, and PJ Washington is...
No, she's like 27, 28.
27, 28?
Yeah, he's like 20.
I have to Google that. You may be right. But either way, she was preying on a young cub.
You said 34, 35.
Yeah.
Funny dude. Seppy Sips, man. He'll do it to you. He'll do it to you.
But, so they end up dating.
29, yep.
She's 29? All right, how old is PJ Washington? Let's look that up.
She dealt with him when he was a freshman in college.
Freshman in college. Okay, so yeah, they were saying a little bit 22. So 7 years difference. It's not too shabby, but it's usually the other way around. But whatever.
Bro, like, what does a 29-year-old woman talk about with a 22, 21 fresh out of college dude?
Well, that fresh out of college dude just got signed to the NBA.
But I'm saying, that's where the manipulation comes in.
Right. So it's a big story right now because PJ Washington put out a tweet saying, what did he say? I was duped. Oh, no, I got played. Oh, I should have known. Something to that element, whatever. And deleted it. And obviously it was referencing that Britney Renner just got him for a child. Got him for a check. And... listen, all I know, the city girls and the hot girls are up 1 this summer. Because PJ Washington, you're a sucker. You knew this. There's videos out of Britney Renner saying, I need to get a ball player and cash out.
Yo, it's just tough because, you're a baller, but you've been broke your whole life.
Right.
And you 18 years old and you got one of the most popular.
Right.
I don't know where he's from. But you got one of the most popular IG girls at the time.
Yeah.
Into Kentucky.
Oh yeah, she is from
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
So he's from the country.
Never seen nothing like that.
Never seen nothing. And you 18, you got the top IG girl interested in you, entertaining.
Right.
So like in hindsight, you could say you should have known.
She's saying she bringing Tiana Trump
with her. Like it's like what you doing? 18,
God,
18 years
that's
old.
how Baby Mello got plugged in.
18 years old.
Yeah, no, I'm getting lost in that sauce. I blame the people around him, right? And I remember when they first started dating, all of a sudden, she was wearing like a dress. And I'm like, what the hell is that? I never seen her in like some summer Kentucky dress
she
before.
Lined them up good.
All of a sudden, she was going to church and pictures with his family and this. And now, what makes it even worse, she is playing into this narrative like, I got him for a baby.
She wrote a famous book not too long ago, like kind of about this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And,
Kaepernick flew her out, wouldn't fly her back. This is before Kaepernick.
I remember that was a big story as well. Didn't play for a ticket back.
And she was just buffing Little Uzi Vert for like a week straight. Like,
it's making me sad.
Yeah,
but let's be
get back
fair,
on
though.
track. All right, yeah, good. Let's be fair. Yep.
The dude is a solid player. He's gonna be in the NBA for 10 years.
Absolutely.
And so, like, he has to deal with the, you're young, you're embarrassed because you feel like you got played. It's public.
Yep.
But he's gonna be fine.
I hear that,
but your pride ain't gonna be fine.
Your pride ain't
that's
right.
Not even pride. Like that's just so like that's just when you like obviously for him to have a baby with the girl, I hope and to date the girl and be public with the girl.
Right.
he had to.
Yeah, he was in love.
For him to write subtweets, he had to love the girl.
Right.
Like
facts.
when that happens to you,
That's a good one. Subtweets equal love. I agree with that. I agree to that. Subtweets equal love. Remember that. But go ahead, my fault.
And not the fact that like it's like just like all right, he was cheating or she was cheating and they just broke up, but the fact that you have to pay her now, that burns you a different type of burn. Like that's I don't know. That's
so what do we say about these females who? So I hate being judged,
but not
like
just females. It gotta be. It's both sides. Because,
Yeah.
what's the singer from American Idol?
Oh,
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
Her and Mary J. Blige happened too. Whereas they got cheated on, they were done wrong, and they actually have to pay crazy amounts of.
Kelly Clarkson's paying $200,000.
Yeah, that stuff ain't right, man. That stuff ain't right.
That's the official number. Like they threw some number out. PJ Washington's paying $200,000 a month. There's no way.
Yeah, I think that's a rumor.
He's still on his rookie deal.
Right. I agree to that.
But what I will say, man, it's unfortunate. But when you're in that life, it's just part of the game, bro. Like when you're dating like these IG models and they look great, but you gotta understand, like you're still the athlete, the millionaire, the person in control. And she was smart because she got him so young and she kind of had him wrapped around her finger. Like once a dude been in the league 2, 3, 4, 5 years and seen what his teammates is doing, what dudes around the league is doing, that wouldn't happen to him. You know what I'm saying? But I
blame Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan should have took him under the wing.
You don't even talk to Michael Jordan, man.
You think
Michael
Jordan the Hornets?
Michael Jordan just show up to practice and shake hands and he out, man.
What's the name should have put him under the wing? Gordon Hayward, right?
Yeah, yo. Right? Did he finally get his boy Gordon Hayward? I know he had like 5 girls and he wanted. But anyway, all right. So now I'm scared for my man Tyler Hero.
Oh, he did the same thing.
And now, because once again, I think it's Kataya Henry. I just know these chicks by their IG names. I swear to God, I don't even know their government. But she's another one I just follow. Nice on the eyes, known for her cheeks, and it says blessed on it, right? And she dated Kyle Kuzma for a while.
And Kuzma sent that package.
Yep, she dated another basketball player. I forget that name. And then obviously she ended up with Tyler Hero. Got him young as well. I believe she's older than him as well. And now she's pregnant. And now I'm praying that she don't do no finesse thing like this too, because it almost seems like a game, transaction, like a notoriety.
Can I just say something,
like,
though? Can I say something? This is important.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always defending the ladies, trying to give the women's perspective.
Yeah.
But if the situations was reversed and it was a 30-year-old dude with a way younger chick, oh my God, social media would be on fire right now.
Yeah, I hear you. I just think my issue why I can't do the reverse is the women are using children as the clutch of garnishing the financial set for life. Does that make sense?
But what Dot's talking about is the Kelly Clarkson example. So not only is she paying him spousal support a month, part of that $200,000 is child support. He has the kids full time. So that's, ooh, bless you. So I'm saying, there are similar situations. That's what Dot was talking about.
No, and I get that. I just feel like these certain women, like, you know, when Drake said that line, I'm making sure I'm flushing so they don't keep my specimens.
And so I think that
it's a thing.
It is a game, but I think like when a man does it, it's more so I'm gonna stay with this woman and I'm gonna use her money to like whatever live my double life or to like, you know, whatever, start my business so they see to come up that way. Whereas what we've seen, like, you know, publicly is like the woman, what they'll do is they're having that baby and then it's like, I'm out. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Or like you do one thing that you would have tolerated before. You ain't tolerating that no more.
And then God forbid the check stop. Next thing you know, he's a deadbeat father. He's never around. They don't get to build that relationship. It's built on lies and just
I used to watch
misconception.
When I was in college, I used to watch like early college, probably like freshman, sophomore year. I used to come home and watch Basketball Wives religiously.
Oh yeah.
When I seen Evelyn Lozada basically groom her daughter to become her, I never seen that show. Watch that show again, man. Things like that just hurt me, man.
It was bad.
Man.
And she damn near admitted that she did that to Kyle Crawford, the baseball player.
Well, she date nothing but athletes.
Yeah.
Yo, didn't she get beat up on that show?
Well, that was the whole Ocho Cinco headbutt.
Nah.
Oh, me fighting with
she slept with, I forget who she messed with.
Someone in the Celtics.
On the league, and it was somebody on the shows, but it was years before.
Tammy.
I think it might have been
the
Tammy.
Kenny Anderson thing. Yeah. So, and it's crazy. And the only reason why, like, to me, it's really a thing because Chinese Kitty was on lip service. And she was telling a story about Yasmin Lopez, another amazing IG follow. Prior to her, no, she's still beautiful, pregnant.
I know you're talking about. I just sent it to the chat.
Yeah, so
she's nice.
Yasmin Lopez, that Chinese Kitty, and I had to do my Google research to find out who he was talking about. Trayvon Diggs, the cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys.
Stephon Diggs' brother.
Yep, Stephon Diggs' brother. Yep. She was dating him. He was getting, giving Chinese Kitty all types of purses, flying at this. And Chinese Kitty introduced Yasmin to Trayvon. And then all of a sudden, Yasmin started going behind Chinese Kitty's back, started dating Trayvon. And Chinese Kitty put out there that, Yasmin told our inner circle, I'm getting a baby out of him.
So, but like
that is that not crazy? I'm getting a baby out of him, almost
I feel like they know who though. Like they know who to do it to.
Like who's a simp? You're saying like who's a simp athlete?
Like like if you're like Trayvon Diggs, you didn't get your big contract yet. You're spending all this money on Chinese Kitty. Like, oh, look at this country bumpkin who didn't listen to his older brother. And I
feel like they're trying to get anybody who they get. Some people is more because you got to think like that designer bag is $2,300 or whatever the case may be. They're gonna go sign autographs and they're gonna get that $2,300 is not really nothing to them. Like you know what I'm saying? We're looking at their league contract, but we're not thinking of all the little side. So that's those $2,300. So it's like every chick is gonna get. LeBron could get got, but LeBron is just a way better entity and mindset than a Trayvon Diggs that's never gonna. Won't happen to it happened to D Wade.
But my heart dropped when I heard I'm gonna get a baby out of him.
But I feel like the players know that.
They like don't, I feel like, why do you think these guys are going to these situations?
I feel like so if you're like a Trayvon Diggs, right, and you're just messing with all these Instagram chicks, and you have an older brother in the league, like. That a lot of these chicks are sharks. They want to get a baby out of you. Yeah, but
like it's just like I'm sure like every girl every NBA player, regardless of like stature, sleeps with know they trying to get a baby out. But there's tricks like you know what I'm saying. You could slip that condom thing. You could do whatever. You know what I'm saying.
I'm on birth control.
Yeah, you get drunk.
I'll take this plan B. They don't really like that. Like to me, and obviously, and then I think of the children. So now that's obviously these fathers gonna try to be in their lives, but the relationship is just not there.
From day one, it's just like we're never gonna
yes,
we're never gonna go, like, a two family household.
I mean, and like I said, I come from a single parent household, so I'm all about that family nucleus, regardless of the stress or my desires or whatever. Like I don't know.
So what's up with Nick Cannon then? Just joking.
No, listen, we can get into Nick Cannon.
Just joking.
You know what I mean? I'll say this about Nick Cannon. At least he has reasoning behind this. His weird logic. I'll say it's not traditional, but at least he's educated. He has some
sounds educated.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yo, so NBA offseason. This is an NBA heavy podcast. We're gonna be switching to football soon.
Yeah, can't wait.
Shout out to Peyton Manning for getting into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Josh, that's nice of you.
Yo, I never say Peyton Manning wasn't nice. But there's only one. There can be only one.
Wow.
And listen, Manning was
smile.
Peyton Manning was a great football player.
He was
top 3 to 4 quarterback ever. You want him, Brady, Montana, whoever else you want to put in there.
5-time MVP.
But there can be only one.
Yeah, I'll give it. Listen, no more Brady slander from me. Once he did it last year, I couldn't ride the whole Bill Belichick wave. You know what I mean? So. I take and he's actually funny on Instagram. I actually click follow. Yeah, he's a funny dude. He got a personality. He got a good PR dude cooking up those videos for him. It's a dope feeling. But yeah, so Jiggy,
you.
Let's talk about your Lakers.
All right.
They made a lot of moves Shout out to the Brody, you know what I mean? Shout out to my Mello with the Lakers group chat, you know what I mean? My Spurs is done this year. It is what it is, but
you see how he is, bro? It's just yo, Zim, you really are that dude that just like, yo, you go from freaking lunch table to lunch.
Never lose.
That's crazy. Yo, Clippers lose. Well, actually, I'm really rooting for CP3 to be a top 5 point guard ever.
Man.
Oh man, y'all is just incredible.
But like
man.
I said in the chat, Kawhi's going with an ACL. The Spurs right now we're in mini building road, but I'm really confident my young guys to still make the play-in tournament. And then my favorite player, you guys know Russell Westbrook, my second after Kawhi. So I got a root for him. He's on the Lakers now.
So that was a big move.
Yeah. How do you feel?
I don't think it's a great fit, like we said in the chat, but I think that what a lot of people don't realize that those lineups with just AD on the floor with no LeBron really weren't that good. So I think that Russell Westbrook's there to run pick and roll with AD, especially in that second unit. I think that we talked about how Westbrook can kind of carry the load during the regular season when Bron's like, I'm getting old, my knees are hurting. Right. So, like, they were saying, like, it's like a baseball term, call it, like, a middle reliever. He's stealing innings. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Bron will take over playoff time. But it's so crazy. This group chat is going to be so intense, and I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
Because me and BP are Laker lifers.
Yeah.
We root for LeBron. We root for Robert Sacre and Nick Young. That's our, you know what I'm saying, we're Laker fans. But Sean is the biggest Carmelo fan this side of Harlem. And you're the biggest Westbrook fan. So now it's like all the stars align for the chat to form like Voltron. You know what I'm saying? To now root for one collective team.
And we just need one ring to close that.
Thanos.
Like Thanos.
Man.
I think that Melo was a good pickup in his role, 12 to 20 minutes. Malik Monk was a good pickup. I think that Wayne Ellington was a good pickup.
Kendrick Nunn
was a sneaky pickup.
Was a sneaky
took light
pick.
Brad too to come. The Knicks wanted him.
Wow.
He took
when that was the one that threw me off. Like, wait, because I remember when he got ticked for Miami, he balled.
He was first team all rookie.
Yeah, he balled. Like, so I gotta give. Like, listen, I get it. Westbrook can't shoot. Yada 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 yada. I get it. I just believe in LeBron's IQ. I think this is AD's revenge season of like, you guys want to have all these jokes about me being Tin Man and foil and always getting hurt. He's going to average 29, 11, and 4.
Okay.
And I really see that. They're going to make him the feature. Dwight's back, bully ball. Jared Dudley's not on the roster.
Nah, Jared Dudley's gonna come back. Jared Dudley's gonna be on that team as long as LeBron's there.
Okay, all right.
Because like LeBron needs somebody his own age to talk to. That's not Dwight Howard.
Right. Yeah, Dwight, a little peanut head dummy, man. Nah, but shout out Dwight. But I got high hopes. I understand why people still confident in the Nets because KD difference. As you guys know, I've been on a 3-year tangent with this. I feel like he is better than LeBron.
He is now.
Stage in his career.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, in the stage of his career. It is what it is. But I'm going to go with my big NBA offseason pickup. And, just shout out, right? Listen, I'm a father. You know what I mean? And I yearn for a father like LeVar Ball. And what this guy has done, people, I'm looking into the camera. I'm not even talking to these guys no more. You have to understand what speaking it into existence means, what good karma means, just following the game plan. Let all the naysayers do what they need to do, but you just stick to the script and do it your way, America, all right? Right now, he has one son that just signed an $85 million contract to the Chicago Bulls. This is someone who got ran out of L.A., went to Pelicans, the coach didn't believe in him, upped his stock by shooting better from the free throw line, upping his assists, everything, being more assertive, and went to go get himself $85 million. His other son, the youngest son, only rookie of the year, own sneaker coming out. He got his own watch and brand line. Now his third son, the idiot that went to go steal glasses in China, he got him right now in the summer league and taking over all of social media. And just understand, this is chess, not checkers. LeVar's going to say, you want LaMelo Ball to sign that rookie extension at the end of next season? You put my other son on his roster, you make him have a two-way contract, and he's going to earn it. And that was the biggest all-season move, all right? Triple B's for life, all right?
He threw up gang signs.
These two idiots right here, cameraman, zoom in on these two idiots right here. They doubted him. They criticized him. Oh, UCLA. Oh, you're going overseas. Lithuania. This, Triple B's, sneakers. Oh, my God. They got this guy robbing him. LeVar said, I don't care, right? That what you call fatherhood. This is what I emulate and try to instill into my son. These guys right here, look at them. Look at his phone, pretending like he's searching. I'm bored. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Thank you.
First of all,
thank you.
First of all, shout out to LaMelo Ball. He is elite.
Thank you.
Zoe Ball, solid.
Yep, solid.
Jello Ball, still a lot to prove.
Absolutely.
But, and Doc can back me up on this.
Yep.
When LaMelo Ball was in 8th or 9th grade, what did I say?
That he was good.
Doc. When that 91-point game came on, who went ham in regards to this is not real basketball?
I did. It's stupid.
I mean, I'm going to say this, man.
It's
Zim,
stupid.
I was wrong. Zim was right.
Thank you.
At that time, it was an unorthodox way.
Yes.
We've never seen it before.
Right.
I judged it. I'm like, yo, this can't be right. Like, why are you putting this much pressure on your kids? Obviously, LeVar knew more than me. Like, you know, he everything he said so far has come true. Like, you know, he got both of his sons' lottery picks. And he did say, like, he was going to get one of it, Jello on the same team as his son, one of his son teams, and hopefully one day have them all three. So right now, all of it goes. So Zim, I apologize. I was wrong.
Jiggy?
But where's the but? Because I feel like that wasn't it.
No but. If he make the team and he's on the Hornets, it's already a big blessing what the first two sons are doing.
Yeah. Right.
But if Jello makes the Hornets and he's on the NBA roster and he plays NBA games this season, that's the definition of staying the course and speaking into existence.
But my thing is, I don't think he's gonna make the team because of talent. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying it's gonna be a contractual.
Well, no, his father never like shot. He always bigs up his son's talent. That's what he's supposed to do. But he's always said, like, he's always hinted at, like, you know, LaMelo or Zoe's gonna be the one to get Jello in.
Melo is like he's the
goods. He's the goods.
I'll say this: I still find LeVar what he did annoying. Shout out to him.
Yep.
He got his sons in the league.
Yep.
They're millionaires. You know what I'm saying? It's like. I'll say the only thing that I feel like went off course was the whole Triple B thing. They still got Triple B's, but like, you know, Melo's the gold standard. He's with Puma. And I don't know where Zoe is. Is Zoe with Nike?
No,
I think Zoe wears Nike. I don't know if he's with Nike, but he wears Nike. And Triple B didn't work out. They was good. They was robbing him. But I feel like
they
just
tried.
LeVar's like he's gonna throw anything out there. He's like one of those dads that's always gonna come with an idea, and if it hits, it hits. He's gonna big it up if it hits, and if it doesn't, he's gonna know how to talk his way out of it.
So I'm saying I still find.
Hey, listen, next week we're gonna have LeVar Ball on this show. Mark my words. I'm gonna speak it into existence.
I'm gonna DM LeVar Ball and see if he'll come on the show.
Yo, listen, send him this.
If I DM LeVar Ball and he comes on this show, you owe me $100.
Deal.
You owe me $100.
That'd be big time.
But
I'm with that.
So like, but the one thing I always say, I always believed in Zoe and Melo's talent, but I still find LeVar Ball annoying. It worked. I can't hate on them. They're millionaires. They're
but
living
Josh,
a great life.
you've been around a million of LeVar Balls. I think that's why you resent him.
I don't resent him.
Not resent him. I'm sorry, man. I think what annoyed you is because you seen it on a big level, the AAU circuit. You know what I mean? And these fathers being overbearing to even not so talented kids, if we're all being realistic.
Yep.
But for some reason, I think that you're LeVar Ball in a sense because I seen you in your element when you having these conversations and you don't even know how you're coming across.
But it's private.
That's
where it
what I'm
stops.
saying. But the thing is, you wouldn't just become a different person
right,
if you became in front of
but what I'm saying is like, when you make a conscious decision to start doing mad interviews and going on TV and doing all that stuff,
promoting the brand.
I get that point. But what I'm saying, when you make the conscious decision, you're going from conversations with people at a party or an event to being like, now you're out in front trying to be the star. That's the only thing I do not like. Yes, and my thing is like, yo, like Zoe during that time, I wanted the Lakers to draft Zoe because I like Zoe. Remember that?
Right.
So, but I'm saying I think that it eventually, like those first couple years, it hurt Zoe and hurt my team. That was another turnover.
Yeah, I'll give you that. My only thing,
but I do have a large personality,
right? And I'll say this: it's funny how the NCAA is shifting to a lot of the things that LaVar was talking about 3-4 years ago in regards to advertising.
I can't give him that credit.
Yeah, I'm not giving him.
I'm not saying
I'm not giving him that credit.
He didn't come up with it.
But
we were saying he was the first parent that we saw that was publicly speaking on these kind of things.
So now you got Julian Newman, who has no chance of making the NBA.
Oh, God.
He's making millions now. Now you lift up these rules of now you can get advertisement and getting paid and off your likeness. Now
because they lost the lawsuit.
Yeah, but either way, LaVar was just that forefront, whatever the case. And like I said, I just like to give credit. I just thought the Chicago Bulls, shout out to them. I am low-key rooting for them. I do see them as between 5 to 7 team in the East, right? With DeMar DeRozan,
there's
Zach
a lot
LaVine.
in the air in the East because of the Ben Simmons move.
All right, well, let's wait on that. But I think your New York Knicks got better. I like the Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker getting some more offense to hopefully Julius Randle gets better. I don't like how they listen, I'm a huge Derrick Rose fan. I want him to do well. I think they gave him a lot of money. I don't know if he's going to be able to duplicate that again. What do you think?
The thing with the Knicks, if they wasn't going to land a big star, you have to land fan favorites and a team together that's going to compete.
That's smart.
That may not win a chip, but you're going to make the playoffs. There's a chance you get to the second round. That's really what it's sad to say, but that's really what you got to do to help MSG. Just give them a chance.
Right. I respect that.
Because me and Sean was talking about it like during the season. We want to go watch some games because there's nothing like watching a game at MSG. Fact. So you have guys like Kemba, Rose, and they're not going to consistently give you 30, but they're going to have like 5 to 10 games each at home where they turn the crowd
upside down.
If Kemba could play anywhere close to All-Star level, the legend he is in New York City, the way he's going to have that gym every night. Woo.
Where's he from in New York?
Soundview, Bronx. Soundview from the Bronx. So, man.
Yeah, I can't lie.
Kemba's a legend, bro.
He really is a legend. Legend. I still remember that UConn play when he crossed home dude up for the game-winning shot. Yeah. Like, that's still historic. All right, rookies. So far in this NBA Summer League, who has just impressed you so far? I know there's only been one game.
Kuminga, Jalen Green impressed me.
Yep, Houston Rockets.
Jalen Johnson impressed me.
Jalen
Johnson, the Hawks.
Hawks, okay, yeah.
He was a top 5 talent, but got like sideways with.
Did he leave Duke early? He was like, I'm gonna rest. Yeah, okay.
Shoot, I feel like this is a real good class.
Good class. Solid.
Talent out there.
Even that little dude from overseas, Josh Giddey.
He got hurt, but he looked all right.
Yeah, he looked all right.
Yo, I was saying he's a diet Luka.
Yeah,
he was moving all weird and flimsy, but he was getting to his spot.
He gets unorthodox, but he gets to. But shout out, how'd David Duke do today?
I didn't see the game.
I saw a little of it. The thing with David Duke, he played within the offense. So, like, I'm not going to say he played great or he played terrible. He took shots when they were given to him. I felt like he played great defense.
What was his box score number?
When I left my house, Doris Burke was actually shouting him out, that Fryer love. She was like, that is a Fryer, and he's 3 for 4 right now. And that was the second quarter.
Dope.
I don't know how the game ended. He's 3 for 4 by halftime.
Yeah, we're rooting for you, man. We're rooting for you. I know some people here want you to change your name or add a junior to it.
Yeah, because man, yo, it's so crazy. Listen, first of all, I know David a long time.
Yeah,
great kid.
Yeah,
but like whenever you when I was busy during the game, so I'm trying to just search his name. Yeah, like on social media to see like how people are commenting about he's playing stuff like that. Yeah. And people are like, wow, a black guy named David Duke, and I'm like. If you know who David Duke is, he was the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah. Big controversy. Almost won a governorship. He almost won the Louisiana governor race. He lost by like 2 or 3 points in the 90s.
In the 90s.
And
Crazy.
he was coming to do a big speech at LSU when Shaq was there.
Right.
And the basketball coach at LSU said that he would pull his team off the floor for the rest of the season if they allowed David Duke on campus.
On campus. I respect to that. Hey, listen, David, we're rooting for you.
Facts.
I'll say this. I love my algorithm in social media. Everyone just showing love. Just stick it out, fight through. Shout out to, all the love and support, man. I love seeing our ride dudes just do well, succeed, and put us on the map. So hopefully I'm going to go home and watch the YouTube highlights and see, because I was mad I missed that game.
Another local college player, Chris Dunn's back with the Celtics. That could be a big move for him.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
he's on the Celtics.
Oh, good for him. Good for him.
The Celtics kind of acknowledging that they need to be better on defense. So bringing him in is
because I don't, I'm thinking big man. They got Robert Williams. They got Grant Williams.
Cantor.
Yeah, Cantor. All right, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Chris Dunn. I know they're looking at IT. I know this.
Still got Marcus Smart.
They're looking at your boy Dennis Schroeder. He played himself.
Dennis Schroeder would actually, if Dennis Schroeder went to Boston, he would help them a lot.
I think so too. East is tough. East is not no cakewalk.
Boston might mess around and be a 7 seed playing team.
Yeah. That's how I see
the Hawks. You got the Hawks. The Knicks are gonna come out and defend and play hard every night.
But do you think the Hawks?
I think the Hawks digress in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think they.
If I could call it right now, and the Pacers.
I know what you're saying though. Don't get me wrong.
I'm not saying that they go to the Eastern Conference Finals, but they'll still be a top. They'll be a top 5
8.
or 6 team.
Yeah.
In the East, the Hornets look good.
Yeah, I like the Hornets got better if they could stay high. I think they would have made the playoffs if Gordon Hayward didn't get hurt.
Hayward playing well.
Yeah. And Pacers, I don't understand, but Carlisle, I believe in Carlisle's offense, his philosophy, his demeanor.
But the Pacers is getting people back. They're getting Warren back.
Right.
They got
Sabonis.
They got LeVert, don't they?
Yeah, Karis LeVert.
They got
Miles
Sabonis.
Turner.
Yeah. So they have a good starting 5. They got Brogdon, Karis LeVert. You got T.J. Warren. You got Miles Turner and Sabonis.
Yeah, that's a playoff team. They just got hurt last year.
But I'm calling this right now.
Uh-oh.
This is my hot take. The Miami Heat is going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's not really a hot take. I ain't got them beating the Nets, but they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I think they're going to get their revenge back on the Bucks this time.
The interesting thing about the Bucks is they lost P.J. Tucker, but they got Ilyasova back. They're going to get DiVincenzo back.
I did like the Grayson Allen pickup, too. Yeah, he played eye for
So they're trying to put more shooting around Giannis, because if you have Middleton and you have Brook Lopez and you have Giannis, you're going to be good on defense anyway.
Right.
So don't discount the fact of Giannis's confidence going through the roof because he won a chip.
Right. Just did it. But I just looking at that Miami starting 5. That's really I know I'm going off names.
I like it.
Oladipo, Butler, Bam, PJ, Tyler.
And the thing about it, PJ, Lowry, those additions are people that is on the same time with Butler.
So
I like
gritty.
that.
Let's
I like
slap
that.
the floor and let's get it open. You know what I mean?
They either gonna be really good or there's like no in between for them. I feel like they're gonna, like you said, go Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe they'll shock somebody.
Right.
Or it'll be like, damn, like dudes start to break down.
Yeah.
There's like, you know what I'm saying. But the thing about Miami is that they're always gonna play disciplined and they're gonna be well coached. And they're gonna be in shape. Kyle Lowry's body gonna be different this year.
I gotta see it out, slim it out.
So this is the biggest chess piece left on the board.
Okay.
Ben Simmons. So Ben Simmons' stock is extremely low right now.
Yeah.
Although we know he's an all-star caliber player.
Stay low.
One of the best 3 defensive players in the league.
Facts.
Where can he go where he can go and make a real impact and help put a team to the conference finals or the NBA finals?
Pray Golden State. If he go to Golden State, I'm taking all bets against them Lakers.
You like Golden State with Draymond and
for
Ben
sure,
Simmons?
for
Yeah,
sure.
because you really have 2 lethal shooters that
For sure. And Ben Simmons is gonna. I think a lot of people are seeing Ben Simmons second get. It's tough when you got a guy on your team that could get 40. You know what I'm saying? That demands the ball. That is a big man. It's tough sometimes to gain that confidence for you to go do your thing. But Golden State, they're gonna space everything out, and he really just, you can't help off Curry, you can't help off Clay. Wiggins is a kind of a B- shooter on the three, and if we get Simmons coming down the lane, we'll figure with Kerr. I know you don't respect Kerr, but with Kerr's schemes, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out, man. I'll take Simmons in a heartbeat.
I can't poop. It's weird because even when you're saying that, I'm thinking, okay, you get Ben Simmons, but you're obviously gonna lose about 2 to 3 players.
We'll lose the 7 and 14, and we'll lose somebody like else.
Wiggins,
but I'm willing to play.
Yeah, Wiggins would be gone.
I'm willing to play Draymond and for a little bit, Draymond and Simmons at the 4 and the 5.
Yeah, that could work.
And do that, and Wiggins really and Clay could play kind of defense. You're gonna
get into a lot of hacker bang. You're gonna get into.
I'll take it, man. I'm just gonna go off the fact. I'm gonna go off the fact that he's gonna take this year and grow from it and gain confidence.
Are you confident that Klay Thompson's gonna be the Klay Thompson? I know we've seen it with KD, but KD's a whole different beast.
I think so.
But KD had one injury.
Right, this guy had 2 in the same night.
I don't call nothing out until I see it. But I think Klay's gonna be the comeback. He's gonna be the same defender, same shooter. I'm not saying nothing's changing. Nothing's changing.
Honestly, Ben Simmons, he's gonna end up on a team like the Sacramento Kings, the Memphis Grizzlies.
I don't think so.
No, I just think it's gonna be a weird team like that.
You wanna know why it's not gonna be?
Why?
Because if Daryl Morey screws over Ben Simmons, probably one of the 3 biggest Clutch clients, he ain't getting nobody from Clutch. And Clutch can make your life a living hell.
But my thing is, isn't it already done because they're not even on speaking terms?
Right.
No. I'm not talking about the relationship with Ben Simmons. I'm talking about Rich Paul says, yo, we want him to go to
like a contender.
Yeah, a good team. We can kind of XYZ. Oh, I don't care. I'm going to send him to the basketball wasteland of Sacramento. Okay, cool. You'll never get a Clutch client. And I'm going to make sure that when all my big stars request trades, that they never even give Philly a sniff. That's why people are talking about it. So
I agree. You got some. I just feel like Daryl Morey is a made man. He's more.
He's not.
He feels like he's a made man. He is respected, whatever you want to believe it or not. He brought this analytics 3-ball concept. The 3's worth more than 2, so on and so forth.
And then it just comes to a point like if nobody wants Simmons and he doesn't want to be there, where does he go?
We can't just say 4 years from now.
But if I'm Sacramento, why am I trading you De'Aaron Fox? Why? So I'm gonna give up De'Aaron Fox to get.
Or
Ben
maybe
Simmons
it's gonna be a Halliburton and
right now they're
saying some draft picks.
Golden State, like Siakam,
Holmes,
Siakam,
Toronto,
Golden State too.
It's gonna be one of those. It's not gonna be one of those big market teams.
Mark my words. Toronto is Miami North. That team won't be bad long.
Yeah, we'll see. Because you believe in your jury or whatever his name is.
Certain teams just have a system and know how to play. I'm not saying they're going to be championship threats like how they were, but certain teams are always bad.
Well, they regret giving Spicy P that money, man.
Maybe.
Because they already trying to shape him, and you could just see the vibes.
I think he got issues from what we've seen. He's got issues with Nick Nurse. Yeah,
they suspended him, man. But, listen, guys, another great podcast, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We back here again next week. Shout out to The Plug for sponsoring us. Shout out to
Seppi Sips.
Seppi Sips. Don't forget to follow that at Seppi Sips 401. I killed it again. Amazing. But we back at it. We'll just continue. Make sure you follow us. If I was you, I would listen on Instagram, we're on Spotify, we're on YouTube. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
401 when you live in Massachusetts.
Hey, this is
they come find you on your block.
That was a good one. He caught me off guard with that one.
He looked at me
like, listen, I'm Providence to the day I DIE, man. But this was another great episode, man. I love it. Love you guys, man. We back at it. Appreciate y'all, man. We out.